morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Let us know if you can't hear very well. There's a chat feature there, and you can just kind of talk to us, tell us if it sounds okay.
So for this morning's class, you ideally will need a mat. If you don't have a mat, it can be on a carpet in this sort of soft surface. What? Speak up. You ideally will have a blanket or a folded towel. If you have blocks in home, that would be nice, but they're not necessary. If you have a book that's similar in size, that would work well. Maybe a couple of blankets or a couple of towels if you have, that'd be nice. And so I'll give you a moment to go grab your things, and then we'll get started. We are going to be standing today just at the beginning of class. So you don't have to get comfortable and seated right away. In other words, in fact, I'll just go ahead and stand up. And you'll notice that there's no music today. If you like to have background music, you're welcome to put that on in your home. You're all muted, so we can't hear any of you here. Hopefully you can still hear me. We are going to, this is a gentle yin class. If you thought you were signing up for booty, this is not it. So there's a lot of stress right now, a lot of high emotions going on in our little community of Waynesville, as well as around the world. So I wanted to start with just a little bit of movement, a little stress relieving. So just go ahead and stand up on your mat. If you're near a wall, you might want to hang on to something, or a bed or a chair, because we're going to stand on one foot a few times. So challenge your balance just a little bit. And then after we do these movements, we'll get down on the floor for the rest of class. So go ahead and stand up and just close your eyes, pull your shoulders down your back, take a really big deep inhale through the nose, hold it at the top, and then let out a big sigh. Beautiful. All right, and then go ahead and stand on your left foot. And like I said, if you want to hold on to something, lift up your right foot and just start to circle your ankle around. And go in both directions. And then shake out your foot. Of course, everything's connected, so your whole leg is going to shake. Just kind of shake that all out. Beautiful. And then stand on your right foot. Pick up your left leg and circle that ankle. Go in both directions. And then shake out that foot, your leg, just kind of move it around a little bit. Beautiful. Come back down. And then start to circle your knees and your ankles. Of course, your hips are going to move a little bit too. Just find a little movement. And then go in the opposite direction. I wish I could see you all now. Because then we're going to bring it up to the hips and do a little hula hoop here. So just start to move your hips around. You could close your eyes if you like, just noticing how that feels. Go in both directions. Beautiful. And then find some stillness here. And now we're going to think about the hands. So just take your hands and take each finger and touch it to your thumb. Beautiful. And then circle your wrists around, really getting into your wrists, noticing how that feels. You could see if you could do one in one direction and one in the other. Or if you want to take them both in the same direction. Just move it around a little bit. Beautiful. And then think about your elbows and your shoulders and start to kind of row backwards, making a little movement, big circle movement like this. Beautiful. And now we're going to make it even bigger. So taking your arms, making big circles. And since everything is connected, everything's going to move a little bit, right? Just moving around, loosening it up. Beautiful. And then shake out your arms. You could do one at a time. You could do them both together. And then add the rest of your body to it. Just kind of shake it out and dance a little bit here. I'm glad I can't see myself. And then think about your neck and your head and make some big circles here. Just moving it around slowly. We hold a lot of tension in the neck. So as you move, you're probably going to feel like, oh, that feels good. And then switch direction, go the opposite direction. Beautiful. And then pause here. Bring your hands and your arms out to the side. Inhale and reach up. Exhale down. Let your chin drop down to your chest. And again, inhale and reach up. Exhale, let it drop down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Long spine. Exhale down. Beautiful. And now we're just going to kind of clean off that energy. So take one hand and wipe out down your opposite arm. And then the other one. Just get rid of all that tension and stress. Come to the back of your body, wipe it off. The front of your body, your ribs, all down, and then come down your legs. Back of the legs, front of the legs, down. Beautiful. Nice. Take a big, deep inhale up. Exhale, fold forward in a dangle. And just let everything relax here. You can bend your knees a lot if you like. Breathe. Shake your head, yes and no. Just enjoy this forward fold, letting your upper body relax. Beautiful. Come to a halfway lift. So extend the crown of your head, pull your shoulder blades back, a flat back here. Think about pressing your hips back and the crown of the head forward. And then fold again. Come into that dangle position. Just let everything be loose. You can shake your head, yes and no. Shake your shoulders. Bend your knees a lot if you like. If you have something to hold on here too, you can do that. Inhale again to a halfway lift. Pull your shoulder blades back. Press your hips behind you. Nice flat back. And then exhale and fold again. Relax your upper body. Shake your head, yes and no. Beautiful. Inhale again to a flat back. Pull the shoulder blades back. Press your hips back. And then exhale, fold. Last time. Maybe this time you want to try straightening your legs a little bit. Or maybe you like that way you bend them really deeply. Let your upper body be loose. Beautiful. And then slowly start to round all the way up. Lifting all the way up, reaching your arms up in the air. And then exhale the arms down by your side. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. And then work your way down onto the floor. So if you have that blanket or towel handy, just fold it and have a seat on your blanket or your towel. Nice. All right, from here, close your eyes and take a moment to think about your spine behind you, lifting it up tall. Make sure you're not tucking your tailbone under. Bring a hand to your heart and begin to notice your heart beat. Maybe pressing your hand into your heart, reassuring yourself. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. Be present in this moment. This is the only moment. Beautiful. Release that. We're going to do some breathing together, virtually together, a 4, 7, 8 breath. So that's where you inhale for a count of 4, and then pause and hold it for a count of 7, and then exhale through the mouth for a count of 8. So when you inhale through the nose, you can put your tongue at the back of your teeth, and then you hold it for a count of 7, and then exhale really forcefully through your mouth for a count of 8. I'm going to count us through this rather slowly. If you want to speed it up, you're welcome to do that. So we're going to do 4 rounds this breath. So start by just taking a big deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Little cleansing breath. All right, let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. And just breathe normally here. Take a moment to notice your breath. Notice if it's calmed down. Or notice if that holding your breath made you a little more anxious, and see if you can release that and let it go. Come back to this moment. Beautiful. All right, from here, bring your feet on in front of you. So you want to be sitting on your blanket or your towel. We're moving into butterfly. So just make sure you've tilted your pelvis forward a little bit. Bring your arms out in front with the palms facing up. Wait, sorry, we're going to back that up. Bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to start to move around in little circles here. So bringing your hands to your hips just to remind you that you want to move way down low here. So we're going to try to get into the hip area, the pelvis, instead of just moving your shoulders up here. If you want to bring your hands out to the side, that's fine. So just find some circles here, noticing how that feels. Of course, everything in your torso is going to be moving. Your legs will also move a little bit. Just find a little movement here. And then switch direction. And then we're going to move back and forth. So coming forward with a flat back as much as possible, noticing where you feel that, and then coming up again, sitting up nice and tall, and then coming forward. Just find a little movement forward and back, up. And as you move forward, just take note of where you feel this, where that edge is. You might just move a tiny bit and then you feel it in your hips. Or maybe you're going way forward until you feel it. Just notice that, be aware. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back to the circles, make even bigger circles here. So now that you're starting to loosen up, you might go a little bit deeper. All right, now we're going to hold it for a while. So now bring your arms out in front and start to hinge at the hips and come as far as you can until you feel that in your hips or lower back, and then relax your upper body. Just let your head float forward and your shoulders float forward. And start to focus on your breath again, taking nice deep inhales and long exhales. Find something you can let go of here. Relax your shoulders a little more. Relax your face and your jaw. Sometimes it helps to open your mouth wide, kind of stretching out your face, and then relax it. See if you can make it a little softer. Take a nice deep inhale here, and see if your body will go a little bit deeper forward. Maybe just a hair of an inch bending forward a little bit more, and then relax again. Take another big deep inhale. Hold it at the top, and then let out a big sigh. And then very slowly start to lift yourself back up, coming all the way up. Pausing here at the top. And then bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet onto your mat or on the floor. And then let one knee come into the center. Let that hip come up in the air. And then let the other knee come into the center. Let that hip come up. And then start to move back and forth, taking one knee in and then the other. Beautiful. And then bring your feet together, your knees together, and kind of let them float over to one side a little bit and then the other side. Just move back and forth. Beautiful. All right. Now taking your blanket or your towel, we're going to fold it, make a little roll. So I'm taking my blanket out like this. And then you can take the edge of it and just roll it up. So we're going to lay down on the floor. This is a little heart opener with your shoulders on the other side of this. So if you get down here and you decide it doesn't feel comfortable, just get up again and refold it. You could use a block here too. If you have blocks at home, you could put one block. Well, you could put one block under your spine and then the blanket on the other side. Or you could use two blocks. For those of you that have been practicing for a while, you'll know how you like to do this best. So take your time, work your way down onto the floor. So it goes about where your bra strap is, more or less. And if you find that when you get down here, your head is dropping way back, then you might want to tuck another towel or a blanket under there. If this feels nice to you, you could bring your arms to cactus arms. You could also bring the soles of your feet together. If you find that's too much on your hips and your low back, then you can take your legs out long. So just go ahead and settle in here. Start to focus on your breath again. Connecting the back of your body with the earth. And stay present in this moment. Scan your body here and notice where you might be feeling tension. If you find that your neck is tensing up here, find a little movement. Take your head and move it back and forth a few times and see if you can release that tension. If your shoulders are feeling tight, then try moving your arms, maybe moving them down by your side. Or if you want a little more stretch, if you feel like that would help with the tension, then take them out to the side. And scan your hips. If you feel like your lower back is tense, you could wiggle your hips a little bit here. And think about your toes and your feet. If they're feeling tense, you could circle your ankles. You could let your ankles kind of float out to the side and see if that helps release some tension. Bring your awareness back to your breath, back to this moment. Take a big deep inhale. And on the exhale, extend your arms overhead and your feet out long if you have the soles of your feet together. Take a big stretch. Beautiful. And then slowly begin to bend your knees. And float over to one side, just giving yourself a moment here. And then use your top arm to press yourself up, coming all the way up. And work your way into tabletop. You could just move your blanket out of the way or your towel. Come into tabletop. Spread your fingers wide, knees under hips, and then tuck your toes and just let your hips slide back a little bit towards your heels and find a nice stretch in the hips and the lower back. And then move that forward, stretching out your wrists, bringing your hips forward a bit. And then just move back and forth here a few times. Sitting back on your heels and coming forward, just finding movement back and forth. Beautiful. And then untuck the toes and kind of lightly tap the top of your feet. And then just circle your hips all the way around. If you find that one side's a little tight, you could really pull your hips onto that side in that direction and hold it. Or if you like to just make circles, just find a little movement here. Beautiful. Then coming back to center, we're going to move into a wide-kneed child's pose with a twist. So take your big toes together and then take your knees as far apart as the mat. And then take that left arm up in the air, reaching up and kind of circle your wrist out here. Big opening in the left side. Take your left arm and thread it underneath your right, coming down on that left shoulder and your left cheek. And then stretch your arm out in front. Watch your neck here. Make sure you're not cranking your head up, but kind of slight tuck of the chin to the chest. Sink your hips back towards your heels. And just scan your body here. If this doesn't feel comfortable and you don't like this twist like this, you can take your arm and just reach out in front for a wide-kneed child's pose. But if you're okay here, take that top arm and wrap it around your waist. You could also take something under you could put a towel under your feet or a blanket. And just start to breathe. Staying present in this moment. Paying attention to your hips and your low back here. Making any adjustments if this doesn't feel nice. Beautiful. Take a big inhale and bring that top arm up in the air, circling your wrist. And then slowly release that, bring that hand down, work your way all the way back up into tabletop again. And find those circles with your hips again. Taking them back towards your heels, circling around, switching direction. Beautiful. And then we'll move into a heart melting pose. So from here, keep your hips stacked over your knees. Take your hands way in front. And then if you have that blanket nearby, you could pull it in front of you for your head. And then start to take your head, your chest towards the floor, keeping your elbows lifted. And just relax here. If you don't need the blanket and you want to come all the way down here, you're welcome to do that. You should feel a big stretch across the shoulders. Take a big inhale. Hold it at the top and then let out a sigh. Slowly start to release that. Come all the way up onto your knees. And just do a big shoulder roll here. Rolling your shoulders forward, up, back, around. And then go in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up, reaching up. Exhale down. And we'll move into the opposite side of that twist. So again, taking your knees as wide, if not wider than the mat, big toes together. Plant the left palm, inhale the right arm up, reaching up, circle your right wrist. You got a big opening in the right side. Pay attention to your body. And then exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, coming down on that right shoulder. Each side's going to feel a little different, so take your time, bringing your right cheek onto the mat. Left arm can extend out. Pay attention, make sure you tuck your chin, your chest a little bit. And then if you feel okay here, you can take that top arm and wrap it around your waist. Find your breath. Take a big inhale, bring that left arm up in the air. Circle the wrist around. And then release that, working your way all the way back up into tabletop again. And we'll do some cat-cow here. So on an inhale, drop the belly down, lift your tailbone, pull the shoulder blades down your back, looking up, keep your neck long. And then exhale, round your spine, looking toward the navel. Inhale, drop down, bringing your neck up, pull the shoulder blades down. Exhale, round. And let's do a couple more, following your own breath. Inhaling and exhaling at your pace, paying attention to your spine. Beautiful. And then we'll meet in the center in a neutral tabletop. All right, we're moving into dragonfly. So you want to find your block or your blanket again. I'll use a blanket since I know not all of you have blocks at home. And bring that left foot up to the outside of your left hand and then grab onto that blanket. Or if you have a book here, you could take the book or a block and put it underneath the blanket to lift yourself up a little bit here. So just take your time here. If you feel like you could go a little deeper, you can walk that right knee back a little bit. Or if that's too intense, bring the right knee up a little bit. And just pause here and notice how this feels. If you haven't done yoga in a week or two, it might feel like, oh, there's my hips. And we're going to find a little movement here. So just start to circle your left hip around. Go in both directions. Beautiful. And then find some stillness and close your eyes. And see if you can pull your shoulder blades down your back. Beautiful. And then lift up again, this time bringing your left hand to the outside of that left leg and start to straighten your left leg. If you want to hold on to something here, maybe your blanket or if you have blocks or books, you can do that. And just bring that right hip back, straighten your left leg, bring the toes towards your chin. And then start to hinge at the hip and come over that left leg. And just let your upper body relax as much as possible. You're going to feel a big stretch in the hamstring. Stay present in this moment. And then take that left foot and start to point your toes out and then pull them back and point. Flex, just move back and forth at your pace. Beautiful. The next time you have your foot flexed, move it from side to side, left and right. Pay attention to your hip, your foot. See if you can relax something there, even as you move. Beautiful. And then release that and start to work your way forward again. And bring that left hand to the inside again, maybe walking your foot over. I'm going to stack up my blanket and walk again. And come into that deep lunge here. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Breathe. And then find a movement again. So take your hips and find a little circle around. It's tiny little movement, not big circles. Beautiful. Then release that. Bring your hands back down onto the mat. Take your left leg behind you and just shake it out. Shake your ankle, your toes, your leg, your hip. Bend your left knee and make some circles with that left knee and hip. And then drop the left knee. Bring your hands in front of your shoulders. Drop your hips down and then pull them over to the left. And just let your head hang here. And back to center, pull the hips over to the right. Let your head hang. Back to center, and then pull your hips back towards your heels and make some big circles. Switch direction. Beautiful. All right, we'll do the other side. So take your time, line yourself up in tabletop, and then pull the right foot up to the outside of your right hand. Find your props again, books, blankets, blocks. Take your time. If this bothers your wrists here, shake them out every once in a while, make some circles. Pay attention to how this feels. Each side's a little different. So take your time. You can walk that left leg back or pull it up a little bit, coming up a little higher. Just pay attention to how this feels on your body. And once you get settled, once you find that position where you're feeling like you're getting an opening, start to soften your face and breathe. And then circle that right hip around. Just some little movements here, maybe moving it over to the right a little bit and the left, or circling it around. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start to straighten the front leg. So bring your props out to the side again. Take your time. Bring your hips back such that you can straighten that right leg, hinging at the hips, coming over the right leg. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Relax your upper body. Breathe. And then start to point and flex that right foot. So taking the right foot forward towards the floor, and then pulling that toe towards your chin. Keeping that hinge in the hip here, and then just move back and forth at your pace, noticing how it feels. Stay in tune with your breath here. And then take that foot and move it left and right. Just slowly back and forth. Again, noticing where you feel this in your body. Beautiful. And then release that and start to move forward again. Bringing the right hand to the inside again. Taking that foot out to the side. Coming into that lunge. Pause here. Any movement you'd like to make again, maybe circling the hips. Maybe your wrists are getting tired. You want to shake them out. Beautiful. And then find some stillness. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Close your eyes. Relax your face. Beautiful. Slowly start to release that. taking the right leg back, move your props out of the way. And then come into tabletop. Take that right leg and just shake it out. Shake your foot, your hip. And then bend your right knee and make some big circles here. Go in both directions. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop. And then we're going to make some more big circles with the hips. So just coming all the way around. Move your shoulders and your hips. Move everything around. All right. We're going to move all the way onto the belly. So clear your space here, make some room so that you can come all the way down onto your belly. Bend your elbows, make a little pillow for your head. And just take a moment here to breathe. Notice how your back rises as you inhale and falls on the exhale. So you're pressing your belly into your mat, into the earth. Then slowly start to bend your right knee, bringing it up about hip height. So your ankle and your knee stay aligned. And then see if you can pull that right hip a little closer to the floor. And then start to bring your right elbow towards your right knee, so you're coming into a twist. They may not meet, they might. You want to pull your right knee up a little bit towards your elbow, you can do that. Pay attention to your left shoulder here, and then find a place for your head to rest and relax. This is called flapping fish. Start to relax your face again, your jaw. If you find that when you scan your face and you feel like you're holding tension, try opening your mouth wide. Squeeze your eyes. And then slowly release and relax it. You can move your jaw around a little bit. Find something you can relax, especially in your face. Soften it and breathe. Relax your shoulders a little more, your hips. Stay present in this moment. Take a big deep inhale. And on the exhale, slowly start to release that, taking your right leg back, working your torso around, and then take a big stretch here. So reach your arms out in front and your legs out wide. Bring your forehead to the floor, to the mat. And take your forehead and move it around, releasing tension in the neck. Rolling your forehead on the mat. Beautiful. Bend your arms again. Bring your legs back to about hip distance apart. Bend your knees and let them just float back and forth here. And then maybe make some circles with your legs. Release your legs down and we'll move to the other side. So this time taking your left leg out about hip height. Your foot is flexed. Pop one palm on top of the other hand. And then start to move your left elbow towards your left knee. And maybe moving your left knee towards your left elbow, coming into a twist on this side. And then begin to relax your face, your jaw, relax your hips, your shoulders. Pay attention to your breath. Take a big deep inhale. And on the exhale, start to move your way out of this, taking your leg back, extending your arms out. Take a big stretch. Stretch your arms out to the side, your legs out to the side. Bring your forehead down and roll it back and forth on the mat. Beautiful. And then stretch your legs out long behind you and stretch your arms out in front of you. Big stretch here. Bend your elbows again, make a little pillow for your head, and then bend your knees again and just make some circles here. Relax your lower back, your hips. Beautiful. Bring your hands under your shoulders, or under your chest, I should say. Lift up and come back into a little child's pose. A brief child's pose. But your version, whatever would feel nice to you right now. If you want to have your knees wide, if you want to have them together. Relax your face and your jaw. And then find a wiggle of the hips here. So just taking your hips over to one side and then the other. A little rock, a little sway back and forth. Beautiful. And then slowly work your way up. And come onto your bottom, find your prop or props again. I'm going to use a blanket. If you have a block at home, you could use a block. Come all the way down onto your spine. Have your prop right beside you. And then take a big stretch here. Stretching your legs out long, your arms behind you. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And let out a big sigh. Beautiful. And then grab that block or blanket, bend your knees, lift up your hips and bring it right under your tailbone. Keep your knees lifted and then, bent, and then pull your knees up into your chest. Stretching your low back against that prop, against the blanket or the block. Breathe. Beautiful. From here, lift your legs up in the air with your feet flexed and let them come out to the side and hold onto your legs somewhere. Just letting your legs open up. You can hold onto them here. Circle your ankles. Bring your legs back to center and then slowly bend them and just let them hang here for a moment like you're seated in a chair. And then slowly bring your feet all the way down to the mat, to the floor. Lift up your hips and move the blanket out of the way. And here, if you like, you could take that blanket. If you've been using a block, then you might want to grab your blanket and just kind of roll it down so that your knees come over the blanket as if it was like a bolster. And we're going to move into Shavasana. So if you want a blanket under your head, you can make a little roll for your head. And just let your legs separate a little bit. Let your ankles fall over to the side. Pull your shoulder blades under your body. Let your palms come face up in a receding position. Close your eyes. Take your head and roll it back and forth a few times. Bring your awareness to your breath. Start to relax your body. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. Relax your feet. Move back up the body. Relax your toes, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your belly, shoulders, elbows, fingers. Let your neck feel relaxed. Your face, your jaw, your chin. Let everything go. Keep your awareness on your breath. As you relax in Shavasana, I'm going to do a short little meditation with you. One of the Yoga Sutras says that yoga is the stilling of the modification of the mind. It's very difficult to do that. Our minds begin to race when we're quiet. We begin to think about things. And sometimes when we try really hard to concentrate and think of nothing, it makes it even worse. The mind gets more busy. We really can't block thought and emotion. In fact, we need thought and emotion. Our monkey mind kicks in. We have this constant chatter going on. Yada, 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 yada. The monkey mind will give you its opinion. And whether or not you listen to that opinion is up to you. So one way to do that is to make friends with it. And by that, I mean, give a job to your monkey mind. Give it something to do. And by that, I mean, just make it aware of your breath. Say to your monkey mind, hello there, watch my breath. Your monkey mind might say, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Say silently to yourself in this moment, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing in. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Coming back into this present moment. If you're relaxed and you'd like to stay where you are, feel free to do that. If you're ready to move out of this position, take a big stretch, reaching your arms overhead, bending your knees, and work your way over onto your favorite side, giving yourself one last moment. Breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. You can either work your way up to a seated position or stay in that relaxed side position. Wherever you are, let's take a breath together by inhaling and exhaling to the heart. Thank you for practicing, everyone. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. I hope to see you again soon.